I have a scar from the middle of my stomach to my belly button. I have a hole in my stomach that is closed. When he stabbed me, he cut my intestines. I had to have 10 stitches.
Give him a chance. He's 28.
This is my first violent offense. I'm not a violent person at all.
Reached back with a knife and cut victim in the abdomen. Witness 1 said, that's when he heard victim 1 say, he cut me, I'm bleeding. He saw the blood and began to apply pressure with a t-shirt. Witness 1 said, that is when S1 took off south from the location on foot. You can't remember where you live?
Again.
All right. The court is calling 2021 CR 10249, State of Texas versus John Roberts Garcia. Are you Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, you may proceed.
Judge, my client here, John, is 28. Doesn't have any prior felonies. I think he's got maybe 1 or 2 DWIs, maybe a graffiti case. He has 4 children, 8, 6, 5, and 3, or some 2 different ladies. He's under child support order to pay. He's had a job. He reports that he has been paying child support. The altercation involved a brother. It wasn't some innocent. His brother's innocent, but it wasn't some just bystander he didn't have knowledge of. I'm asking the court to give him deferred adjudication, give him a chance. He's 28, no priors, redeem himself. I would like to ask him a couple of questions if I might.
All right, if you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
John Roberts Garcia.
All right, defense.
John, you understand the charge that you have here, you could be put in jail up to 20 years.
Yes.
And you understand you asked the judge to give you deferred adjudication. That's a special kind of probation that if you violate, then the judge could put you in jail for the full 20 years. You understand?
Yes.
Was I correct? Was I accurate when I told the judge that you had a job, you have children, you under child support order?
Yes.
For the children, is that right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Were you making child support payments before you got arrested?
Yes, sir.
What kind of employment did you have?
I'm a cook.
Think you can go back and get a job?
Yes, I can.
If you get on probation?
Yes, I can.
And this incident involved a knife, correct?
Yes, I did.
And your brother?
Yes.
Just tell the judge, if you would, why you're asking for probation, deferred adjudication, why you think that you ought to receive that. Would you explain to the judge? She wants
Your
to hear
Honor,
from you.
let's start off by saying I know probation is a privilege, and I know that I can meet the terms and conditions of the probation. This is my first violent offense. I'm not a violent person at all, and this day it plays over in my head. I wish it could have happened any other way.
Well, you say you're not a violent person, but you heard for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Who did you cut?
That's my brother,
Okay.
my half brother.
What, I don't want to go into facts, but y'all went in an argument when this happened, right?
Right. And we have a rocky relationship, so it's always ended somewhat of us getting in arguments and stuff like that. So I just want to state that as well.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so why do you think you ought to be given a chance? I mean, you told the judge you have no prior
Right.
record.
Well, I've been thinking I should give him a chance because I know I could complete the probation as well. It also breaks my heart because I don't like my children to see me in jail. And they have many questions on why I'm here. And I don't want them to see me go to prison either, Your Honor. So I'm asking you to please give me a second chance.
I pass the witness.
No questions.
With that, Judge, I would ask you to consider deferred
Well, what
adjudication.
were they arguing about in the car?
You're gonna have to tell the judge.
What were we arguing about?
Mm-hmm.
Past situations that occurred. Usually when we hang out, he brings them up. I don't really like to talk about the situation, but it was just about things from the past that he still heated on, that he still has anger toward me about, but
But he didn't stab you.
no.
Let me ask you this. Had you had anything to drink that day?
Earlier in the day, yes.
Do you know if your brother, I mean, I'm not asking you to speculate, do you know if your brother had anything to drink that day?
Yes, he did.
In your mind, were you intoxicated?
No, I wasn't.
Was he intoxicated?
I believe he was.
Did he make any aggressive actions toward you?
Yes, he did.
I think, Judge, the police report reflects that my client had said at the time that his brother attacked him first, not with a weapon, but physically.
According to the stipulated evidence that the court has, it says, witness two and neighbors were outside, told police that they saw S1 flee the area running past them, coming from where victim one was laying on the ground. Witness two and neighbors said that suspect one ran behind the backside of the building. When Officer Hernandez went around the building, she found S1 who matched the description given by W2 and neighbors. S1 had blood on his shirt and hands to include the knife in his possession, which he used to cut victim one, which also had blood on it. Witness one came back to the scene where he told the police that he was the driver of the vehicle, where S1 was in the passenger seat and victim one was in the back middle seat giving directions. Witness one said that suspect and victim one were arguing back and forth when victim one said for W1, which is the witness, to stop the car to get out. As W1 was exiting the vehicle, witness one said that suspect one, which is your client, reached back with a knife and cut victim in the abdomen. Witness one said that's when he heard victim one say, "He cut me, I'm bleeding." He saw the blood and began to apply pressure with a t-shirt. Witness one said that is when S1 took off south from the location on foot.
That is correct, but I believe it's somewhere in the police reports. He said that his brother had attacked him first. I may be wrong, but
None of this occurred in the vehicle at all.
Okay. All right, the court is going to deny the application, find the defendant guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Michael Lopez, $1,500 fine, time and money to record current. The punishments be assessed at a cap of 6 years. Would you like to speak to the counsel?
I would, Judge. I would, again, I'll let you consider everything you've heard today. And I don't think he's been in prison before, and I don't know that he's been in jail very long, except for this time right now. And I think that anytime you give him 2 years, 3 years, 4 years is going to be a real wake-up call to him. And he's going to have additional child support accruing while he's in jail. He's going to have to get out and pay to start supporting these kids. And he's young. And I'd like for you to give him what you give him a minimum possible that you could for in prison. I think if he's going to wake up, he's going to wake up now. Even a year or 2 years, he's going to wake up. So,
All right, Mr. Garcia, how much time do you think you deserve
Your Honor,
for stabbing someone in the stomach?
I'm not too sure.
Well, I mean, surely you have a thought on what type of sentence you think you deserve. I mean, you were here asking for deferred adjudication. That's been denied.
Yeah.
So now I can sentence you anywhere from 2 to 6 years in prison. How much time do you think you deserve for stabbing your brother?
Your Honor, I don't know how to answer that question.
what would you ask the judge for?
I would ask the judge if she could possibly give me maybe, 3 years maybe. I'm not sure. I don't
But
know.
do you deserve 3 years? Or do you deserve more than that? That's my question to you. Some people will come in and some people will say, you know what? I think I deserve 2 years.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I don't know. See, the way I feel is, I don't know, I feel bad for the situation, like I really do. No amount of time could change what I did, because
No, it can't.
I broke a bond, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I could never get back. So to me, I lost a lot already, you know what I'm saying? So,
But you haven't lost any blood because the person you stabbed lost blood. So when people are taken away from their families, they're like, I lost time with my family. So did the person who was in the hospital, because I'm sure this person had to go to the hospital for the stab wound, right?
Yes.
So when they were in the hospital from where you stabbed them, they lost time with their family. They lost time with their children. If they have children, can't go to the ball game because they're in the hospital. If they were walking around carrying their children, can't walk around and carry my child because I've been stabbed. Can't have my child running towards me where I lift them up because I've been stabbed. I got staples or stitches or whatever. So when I ask people what time do they deserve, I'm not asking you about how this is going to affect other people in your life, how it's going to affect your children. I internalized what you said about, or at least your counsel said about, I don't want my children to see me in jail. Hopefully your children have not been visiting you in the jail. Excuse me, miss, there's no phone use in the courtroom. So what time do you think you deserve?
I think 3 years for me would be a wake-up call.
Why do you deserve 3? Why not 6?
I haven't been in trouble, Your Honor. I've been 28 years of my life,
I haven't been in trouble
and I
either.
did change my life. Well, we come from different backgrounds. I come from a hard upbringing.
You don't know where I come
And
from.
I did change my life, Your Honor.
There are a lot of people who have a hard upbringing, and guess what? They've never been arrested, never been in jail, and never stabbed anybody. Now, I do understand that people have different upbringing and everybody has their own path, and I understand that people walk in different shoes, and what may affect you a certain way may not affect you the same way.
Right. I
But
came a
there are
long way,
plenty of
Your
people
Honor.
who've had hard lives.
I came a long way and I changed so much.
What's up with the tattoos on your face?
Uh,
What is that?
got them when I was younger.
What is that a tattoo of?
It's my daughter's birthday.
You can't remember that?
I can't put it.
All right, that's your daughter's birthday up there. I'm talking about on the cheek. What is that? That is not a numerical birthday.
It's a essay.
Essay what?
San Antonio.
You can't remember where you live?
Again.
All right. Court's gonna sentence you to 6 years in prison, give you credit for any time that you served. $1,500 fine, time and money running current. 6 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Michael Lopez, and restitution, if any, to Michael Lopez. All right, good luck to you.
Judge, I just have the victim impact statement to read.
Oh, excuse me. There's a statement to be read. Yes.
I still get pain in my stomach. I am restricted at work and can't carry heavy objects anymore. I am on a strict diet because certain foods now affect my stomach. I have a scar from the middle of my stomach to my belly button. I have a hole in my stomach that is closed. When he stabbed me, he cut my intestines. I had to have 10 stitches. The doctors told me I had to use the bathroom a lot, even though it was very painful. I could not even stand up and go to the restroom by myself. I have to get my mom to help me and use the restroom because it hurt to put pressure on it when I was walking. He's my older brother, and I never pictured him doing something like this to me. I worry he will do it again. This ruined the dynamic of my family. It caused a lot of stress for my mom, grandpa, and aunt. I hope he gets prison time. I know he is my brother, but what he did is wrong. He changed me for life, and he needs to pay a price. I do not feel like he has any remorse for what he's done, and I fear for my safety. I worry that he will do this again to me if he ever sees me.
John Robert Garcia, 28, appeared before the court after pleading no contest to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon involving family violence. Under the plea agreement, the maximum sentence the judge could impose was 6 years in prison. Garcia's attorney asked for deferred adjudication probation, arguing that he had no prior felony convictions, had 4 young children, maintained employment, and had been paying child support. Garcia told the court he was not a violent person, described the incident as a tragic mistake, and asked for a second chance. The evidence showed that Garcia and his half-brother, Michael Lopez, were arguing while riding in a vehicle. A witness told police that Garcia reached back with a knife and stabbed Lopez in the abdomen before fleeing the scene. Officers later found Garcia with blood on his hands, blood on his shirt, and the knife still in his possession. A victim impact statement described devastating injuries, including a cut intestine, surgery, lasting pain, work restrictions, and permanent scarring. After denying probation, the judge sentenced Garcia to the full 6 years in prison, imposed a $1,500 fine, and ordered no contact with the victim.